watching Fox 10 News at 4 in high-definition television.
If they get caught littering, like for a cigarette butt, and they come before him in court, he's not going to let them pay $250 fine and court costs. They're going to have to pay the court costs and then go out and pick up 5,000 cigarette butts.
You know, it provides us a place to drop off our recyclables and encourages us not to litter.
That's right. Keep Mobile Beautiful also brings volunteers together for events to clean up our community. Bob Haskins started with KMB years ago as a volunteer.
And today, as a coordinator of KMB, he's talking about his passion about keeping Mobile clean. He tells our Eric Reynolds that he has the perfect job. Here's the interview.
I just don't like litter, period. And it's been a pet peeve of mine for many years. And when I had a chance to get involved with Keep Mobile Beautiful, that was the perfect avenue for me to help do something about it.
Bob Haskins is the coordinator of Keep Mobile Beautiful. For 25 years, he has worked passionately to change the attitudes, behaviors, and habits of the community about litter. The recycling center is one of his success stories. Since 1999, people have dropped off millions of pounds of paper, plastic, and glass to be recycled.
The recycling center gets about 125 customers a day. People are using it. Everybody uses the recycling center. We just need to get them to quit littering. I'm not really sure what happened. For a long time, I thought we were making some progress, and I think we did. With more and more places with drive-up windows and people tossing cigarette butts and fast food wrappers, we have more opportunities to litter, probably. The Crying Indian for Keep America Beautiful certainly made a huge impact, not only on children but adults. It was the shock value of the Indian looking at what used to be a pristine river or creek, and then all of a sudden it's full of trash. And that broke his heart. And it should break our hearts to know that we're treating our earth like that.
And some people don't.
Mobile is fortunate to be one of the most pristine water areas in the world, with our delta and all of our rivers and streams all coming to focus right here in Mobile, Alabama, in the Mobile Bay.
The face and tears of a broken-hearted ironized Cody in that 1970s public service announcement influences Haskins' message today.
They have an individual responsibility to take care of their own stuff and put it where it belongs, and not just throw it out for somebody else to take care of it. This one flows into 3 Mile Creek, which runs into Mobile Bay. If they throw it out in the right place in what we call the watershed, anywhere near a lake or a stream, it's going to end up in Dog River or 3 Mile Creek and eventually Mobile Bay. When we have those heavy rains and trash is washed into it, then it looks bad for all of us.
Haskins also believes that law enforcement and the environmental court judge have a part in keeping Mobile beautiful.
You can use your AT&T cell phone and dial pound KMB, or you can call our landline 208-6025 and report the litter bug. We will retrieve that information, send it to the police department. When we catch them, it's going to cost them. If they get caught littering, like for a cigarette butt, and they come before him in court, he's not going to let them pay $250 fine and court costs. They're going to have to pay the court costs and then go out and pick up 5,000 cigarette butts.
Keep Mobile Beautiful is now focusing on today's youth. School outreach programs are educating them daily and getting them involved in keeping our community litter-free. Haskins is optimistic about those future generations. In the meantime, he says, KMB will continue to organize cleanup drives as folks who care pick up for those who have yet to get the message.
It's time for people to wake up and take responsibility for what they do and how they treat our community. If you see a place in your neighborhood that you need to get cleaned up, help us get it cleaned up. Clean around their church, their school, their business. Make it look better. Make it nice for people. We've got to do it for ourselves.
In Mobile, Eric Reynolds, Fox 10 News.
Now, Haskins reminds us that cigarette butts are non-biodegradable, so smokers need to use their ashtrays for disposal.
Yes, they should. And also he encourages us to never dump oil or grease down our storm drains because it will eventually end up in our rivers and Mobile Bay.
And we've seen what happens on Dog River.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, Haskins says a clean Mobile makes a great impression on our visitors and tourists, so we all have a part to play, putting litter in its proper place, recycling everything we can at keeping Mobile beautiful.
Absolutely. Well, guess what, April?
Yes.
Recently, I spoke with the winner